What's going on, guys? Rome with Romer here. In this video, I'm going to go over how virtual assistants allowed me to take my business from doing $350,000 a year to over $700,000 each year. Now, I'm not going to lie, when I did $350,000, that was below a six-figure income. But when I hit $700,000 in gross sales, that was above a six-figure income for me. And it's because of the power of virtual assistants that I've been able to see this growth from, 2018, I was doing less than 80,000 gross sales on Amazon to now doing, this year hopefully we'll do $1 million in sales. I've already done 100,000 in revenue as of this video, and I could not do any of this if it wasn't for virtual assistants. So I'm gonna go over a few things that every Amazon seller should be using virtual assistants for, and then I'm gonna dive into exactly how to hire a virtual assistant. And at the very end, we'll talk about how to manage a virtual assistant to make sure they actually get things done. Okay, so what exactly should Amazon sellers be using a virtual assistant for? If you're selling on Amazon FBA, there's two things your virtual assistant should be doing every single day. And number one is removing negative feedback. There's a 5-day window when somebody leaves you negative feedback on your product, whether you're selling books, whether you're private labeling, wholesale, whatever. There's a 5-day period, not on your product rather, but on your storefront. So they say the item arrived late, the item arrived damaged, whatever it is, you can actually get that removed. I'm sure many of you guys know this, but you're probably doing it yourself. And some days you probably forget, a week passes by, and if feedback has been sitting there for 5 days, negative feedback on your Amazon seller account, you're screwed. It's very hard to get it removed after that. So have virtual assistants go in every day, look for that negative feedback, boom, get it removed. Number two, as an FBA seller, you do not have to manage customer service at all. I know seven-figure sellers, actually take that back, six-figure sellers who still think they need to manage the feedback themselves. So or manage customer requests themselves. So a customer might message you and say, hey, does this puzzle come with all the pieces? Hey, is this the first edition of the book? You should not be answering any of these at any time. You should be marking them as not needed. But if you don't mark them as not needed, Amazon will ding your account and your account health suffers. So you should have your virtual assistant marking those as not needed. Those are two things every Amazon FBA seller should be having their virtual assistant do every day. The third thing, and this is kind of cheating here, but this is my rule. If you can do it on a computer, you should delegate it to a virtual assistant. And that basically covers everything you could think of. And that's why I snuck that one in there. But you should be having a virtual assistant do everything possible that you can do on a computer. So if you can sit down, this is a computer test. If you have a computer in front of you, like I have right now, and you can do a task on the computer, I don't care what it is, you can have a virtual assistant do it. And this comes to the point where it's like, should you hire a virtual assistant to do it or should you do it yourself? Then ask yourself this question. If it takes you more time to train somebody else to do it than you doing it yourself, then don't hire a virtual assistant. But if they're gonna do that task over and over and over again, the time is gonna compound over time, and it's worth taking a decent amount of time to train them to do whatever you're doing on the computer. So here's a few things that I had my virtual assistant do. Right now I'm having my virtual assistant build a list of profitable products for wholesale. I'm having them email and close deals with different brands for wholesale. I'm having them list items on Amazon. I've had VAs list thousands of books in just one weekend using the method that I taught them. I'm having them manage products, book hotels, book flights for me, manage all my customer service, build websites, open bank accounts, do all my bookkeeping, edit my videos. This video right here was edited by a virtual assistant, make spreadsheets, contact potential leads. So anytime you're like emailing a library, thrift store, maybe you're another type of Amazon seller where you're messaging big brands, whatever you're doing, you can have a virtual assistant start the conversation and you can come in and close the conversation later. But you can even have your virtual assistant close the conversation if you train them full circle on every aspect of the conversation that you're having with different businesses. This is kind of going a little bit more advanced, but I have not virtual assistants, but I have people overseas. And the general idea here when hiring virtual assistants is you're getting somebody for much cheaper. You're getting them for $1.50 to $5 an hour. to do tasks that would cost $18 to $30 an hour here in America. Now, I have my virtual assistants manage my software projects. Virtual assistants don't do my software projects for me, but I have a team of Indians who are building software for me, and I have my VA. He knows my business very well. He manages, he makes sure that what they're doing is actually working. Also, running Facebook ads. I have a team of Indians who runs Facebook ads. I hire my virtual assistants from the Philippines. My Filipino virtual assistants manages them, make sure they're hitting the metrics that we need to for each week to remain profitable, so I don't have to go in and manage all this myself. So how exactly do you hire a virtual assistant? I use two websites. I use Upwork.com and I use onlinejobs.ph. If you're looking for a general virtual assistant, I recommend onlinejobs.ph. Upwork is free, but they take 25% of everything you pay the VA. And Online Jobs charges you $70 per month, but what they do is they don't charge anything for using their software, for tracking hours, and the quality of virtual assistants I found have been much better on onlinejobs.ph. So you have two options there. I'll link both of them below so you can click on them. Hey, real quick, just wanted to interrupt this video and let you know, because I realized at the end of this video, I didn't even really talk about how to hire virtual assistants, so I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, but I use onlinejobs.ph. It's $70 a month, but I've hired the best virtual assistants there. Literally, it's all Filipino virtual assistants. You're not gonna get any Indians or Chinese workers or anybody else. Now, it's not that Chinese workers, Indians are bad, but the Filipino culture is, they work very hard, they're very honest, they're not super entrepreneurial, so they make very good workers. And plus, the exchange rate makes it easy for us to hire them for work and not stress us financially. You can literally get somebody starting out for $400 a month, $1.50 an hour, $2 an hour, whatever it comes out to. Very, very cheap. So if you guys want to use onlinejobs.ph, I recommend using that. The link is below. That is my affiliate link. So if you guys use that, I do get a kickback. And no extra charge for you. It is $70 a month, but as soon as you hire a virtual assistant, you can cancel the subscription. The thing I don't like about Upwork, I've used Upwork before and still use it from time to time. The thing I don't like about these other websites is they always take like a fat commission. It's like 25% every single time you pay the virtual assistant. So just over time, it's much cheaper just to pay the flat $70 a month. And I've really honestly gotten much higher quality workers because I use Online Jobs practically for all my hiring now. You can see tons of things about the virtual assistants, their IQ. Some things are a little bit unnecessary, but they show you how many jobs they've worked in the past, what pay they're used to, and if you guys, I have other videos that break down how to hire virtual assistants step by step. But make sure to use Online Jobs if you do, or the link below if you do decide to use Online Jobs. And that's it, guys. Enjoy the video. Peace out. When it comes to hiring a virtual assistant, if you guys want to, go ahead and comment below. Depends on how many comments I'll get. If I get at least 10 comments requesting for my virtual assistant hiring template, I will add it in the comment section below. I'll build out a nice little, I already have the template, but I'll organize it nice for you guys. Let me know. I'll comment that below. So comment if you want my actual template for hiring virtual assistants. This is how it works. So what I do is I require that they send me the colors of the rainbow in order. Now, I kind of leave a vague description of what the actual job task is, but I'm like, hey, look, email me a spreadsheet of the colors of the rainbow, and then sometimes I'll get emails with they've color coded the cells, sometimes they get the colors wrong. I'm looking, can somebody do this simple task the way that I requested it, and how much effort are they gonna put into it? That is the first stage. Some people will email you and they won't even do this simple task. Those are people you don't want to work for you because they're gonna gloss over everything you say. That's number one. That's how I hire a virtual assistant. Is I have a process where they email me, and once they email me that template, I have another virtual assistant at this point. I used to do it myself, but my other virtual assistant emails them back and forth, makes sure that they're a good fit for the job, and then we get them on a Zoom meeting if it's an important position, and I have my other virtual assistant interview them, but previously I would do this myself. He records the Zoom calls for me and makes a summary of the best characteristics about the person. Did they show up on time? Are they punctual? Are they articulate? and then we hire them after that. Keep in mind, you're gonna be hiring very high-level people. Some of these people might be smarter than you, so don't think just because you're paying them less than $5 per hour that they're not worth that they're not worth big projects, that they're not worth taking on huge tasks, because they're 100% able to do that. So how exactly do you manage a virtual assistant? So it's one thing if you hire a VA, but if you don't know how to manage a VA properly, it's going to be a nightmare. So we're gonna hop into my laptop here, and I'll show you exactly how I manage virtual assistants with this free app called Trello. So this is a free website you can go to, and I have them really, out of all these boards you see on the screen now, there's really 3 things that I have them do. Number 1, I have them make a column that says things to do. So in this column, they put everything that I tell them to do. I make videos like this explaining certain tasks, and as they watch my videos, they add everything to the things to do column. Okay, Avery said book a flight. Avery said to book a hotel. Avery said to contact 15 wholesalers and email them, and they will add all these tasks to things to do. So these will be like cards. So what they can do with the cards is they can take them and drag them around. So when they start working on them, they move them into a column that says in progress or doing. So this is a column where they're actually physically working on the task. This is where they've committed that this is what they're focusing on. So I can see what is their focus on, how much time do they have available for other tasks. So I can see what they're working on. And then they finally have a column that says done. So in this done column, obviously this is everything that they finished. So that way, at the end of the week, I can see how many things you actually do, how many things are accomplished on the board. And this is a very simple system to manage. Even to manage yourself. You guys should have Trello boards for yourselves too. That way you can make a list of things you got to do, and you can scratch them off the list. You can archive them. You can move them around. You can move them to like a list that says, I'm not going to focus on this now, but maybe later. I got all of this from a book called Getting Things Done. It's a great principle to have all of your thoughts in one place. So this is really a place to have all of your thoughts for your virtual assistant. You can make a separate board for yourself if you wish, but it's really a good place just to verbally vomit everything you want them to do, and then you can visualize it, prioritize, and reprioritize as needed. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you enjoyed this, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let me know what other questions you have below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Much love, and peace out.